Welcome to this week's edition of Mountain Outhouse. I'm your host, Jamil Curry. This is the crazy to happen in running this week. This week's stories include the Rut 50K, the Crop Top War, and an ultra duel of meat eaters versus vegetarians. Our leadoff story this week comes to us from Big Sky Resort as the Skyrunner World Series made its only U.S. stop in the high Montana mountains at the Rut Mountain Runs, presented by Salomon. Featuring a vertical kilometer race, but also a gnarly 50K and 28K, this race screams tough. We have to give our first ever kudos of the week to the dueling race directors of Mike and Ike, or Mike and Mike, for implementing Plan B this weekend as snowstorms and bad weather moved through the area. They had pre-planned changes, elevation profiles, course maps, and descriptions ready to rock as soon as Mother Nature turned up early this fall season, presented by Salomon. Well done, Mikes. Cheers to you. Dakota Jones, sponsored by Salomon, was leading the brutal 28K sky race through midway before sustaining a race-ending ankle injury that literally brought him to his knees, presented by Salomon. He was left wondering as he drove home that afternoon, why the did I do that? 1 week before his return to 100-mile racing at the WASATGH 100, the Wasatch Mountains, home of Salomon, USA. Not to be outdone by any ultra party anywhere ever, the Rut Mountain Runs, presented by Salomon, After Party, killed it again this year, complete with crowd surfing and an 80s cover band. Stay tuned for more skyrunning coverage, as the series finale is coming up at the Flagstaff Sky Race October 1st, presented by Salomon. This week, Nike trail athlete and uber cool mama, Sally McRae, took the ultra fashion scene by the horns when she proclaimed, 1, 2, 3, 4, I declare a crop top war. She called out the men, sorry boys, crop tops are for girls. Or are they?
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Saying prayers in the street light. Been staying most of the night, living in the gangster's paradise. We've been spending most of the night, living in the gangster's paradise.
So it's on, folks. The hashtag Crop Top War of 2016 is upon us, and it's no holds bar. First to draw blood was Rivers Pusey, and now runners from around the globe are scrambling to cut, rip, slice, and dice their tops to strike the next blow. We don't know where the Crop Top War will take us in the coming weeks, but we will have exclusive full coverage right here on Mountain Outhouse. This week's Jackass of the Week is Thomas Chapman. You may never have heard of him if it wasn't for the Hard Rock 100. Not so affectionately known as a modern-day robber baron, he has made himself wealthy by snatching up mining claims and other public lands in and around wilderness areas and national parks. His closure of these lands to public right-of-ways and development reached the trails of the Hard Rock 100 in recent years, when his land above Telluride actually forced a reroute of the race in 2011 and 2012. Well, there was a small victory this week when the Colorado Supreme Court decided August 22nd to not review a decision to restrict access to the Wasatch Trail. We are pleased to report this as ultimately a huge win for public lands and the Hard Rock 100. A new controversy exploded this week on the nutrition front as the classic meat eater versus vegetarian debate took to the ultra scene. A provocative clickbait post written by the CEO of Epic Bar entitled, "Meat consumption must be doubled to reduce climate change," was not only misleading, but also downright offensive to some. Known vegetarian and elite athlete Sage Candidate fired shots on Twitter, writing, "Oh hey Epic Bar, this blog post title is still a big fat lie." The battle spilled over to the comments section of the article itself, as each side defended themselves and their dietary choices in an epic battle. While racing in Europe this year, I noticed one thing absent from the scene that we take for granted as American ultra runners: pacers. They simply don't exist, and Europeans actually can't comprehend such a thing. We as American ultra runners love our pacers. So much, in fact, that you can now hire a pacer for your everyday life. Need someone to go on a walk with you and talk through something? Hire the People Walker.
Hey, aren't you the people walker?
Yes, I am.
Is walking really exercise?
Yes, it is.
Could you walk me?
Yes, I can. Let's go. Need motivation to walk? Scared to walk alone at night? Don't like walking alone at all? Forced to face thoughts of the unknown future, you need The People Walker by Chuck.
Only in America. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. If you have stories to share, tweet us at Mountain Outpost. Have a week. Do these make me look fat? Do they?